in this last. I saw Godfrey. Do you see Godfrey?
Godfrey Michael, yeah.
It was strange. Godfrey, is he African?
He's like American, Nigerian American.
I was surprised.
Yeah, there was some interesting takes. Should we play a clip?
Play it.
Yeah. Because there is a discourse that's kind of opening up lately.
It's not going away. It's getting louder.
It's an interesting one, yeah.
It's getting louder.
So let's play this one now.
Nigerians, they do sometimes. Africans in general, some of them do think they're better than African Americans, which is bullshit. Right. Because it's not the truth. Because Africans are treated like shit in Africa.
All right. So he said some of them. Let's back it up a little bit because there's something going on right now. I want people to recognize, man.
Because there is a discourse that's kind of opening up lately.
It's not going away. It's getting louder.
It's an interesting one, yeah.
It's getting louder.
So let's play this one now.
Nigerians, they do sometimes. Africans in general, some of them do think they're better than African Americans.
Some of them.
Bullshit. Right. Because it's not the truth. Because Africans are treated like shit in Africa. Colonization. Yeah. England, France. That's why you speak in French, not because you special. Yeah. Because they came and sat on your shit and said, you're going to speak what the fuck we speak. Right. The Dutch, all of them, Italian, all of those European countries came and colonized you, treated you like shit. I mean, you go to South Africa, white people are calling themselves Africans, and they don't even look it. That's some gangster shit, don't you think? I am from South Africa. No, you're not. You're Dutch. You just didn't know when the fuck to leave. You see what I'm saying? It's fucked up. So that should tell you, and what African Americans have gone through, the fucking hell that they've gone through and still go through. How are you coming from that mentality and saying you thinking you better than them? Because you have an accent? Because for some reason, the white society in America tends to, Africa has an accent, it's a little different. It's like when you're British, like Egypt, when you have a British accent and you're black. Hello, I don't know. That's what I'm doing. Ooh, that's why they get to play us. Listen, British black dudes are playing drug dealers. I thought Idris Elba was from Baltimore. I thought he was. You know, he was like, yo, you motherfuckers don't understand. And then I'm watching BBC, you know, when I did The Wire, I studied the ghetto in Baltimore. You sound like Lord Baltimore, motherfucker.
Godfrey is a beast, man. Godfrey is a beast. First of all, let's get that out of the way. I got to make this quick because this part is, I may have to come back to this. I just want to say this real quick. Black people as a whole, don't fall for the opie dope. Don't fall for the okey doke, opie dope. Don't fall for the shenanigans, man. Don't fall for it. If you're African descent, you are black. You are African. It doesn't matter if you're African American. It doesn't matter if you're from Zimbabwe. It doesn't matter if you're from Kenya, South Africa. It doesn't matter if you're from Sierra Leone, Togo, Nigeria. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Okay? Nairobi. Does not. All these places I want to go see for a reason. Don't fall for the okie doke, man. Listen, these brothers up here. I'm gonna let it rock. I'm gonna let it rock out. But Godfrey, salute to him, salute to Shannon Sharp, but don't fall for it, man. I'm seeing a lot of division within the black community, and I just want to say this: African Americans are the West Coast of the African diaspora. In other words, you come to the United States, the West Coast, you go out there and stuff is real as far as how aggressive they can be. You know, and that's why that's the biggest issue between us. It's that aggression. It's that need to let people know that, hey, we had it rougher than everybody else, and because we had it rougher than everybody else, we will air you out. Okay, but black people as a whole, African Americans, I don't care if you got like Puerto Ricans got African blood. Okay, Dominicans certainly have African blood. The Haitians, the Jamaicans, you go down to South America, Belize, Angola. I think it's Angola in South America. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. Cuba. If you are black, if you have black blood running through your veins, you got some white people with black blood running through their veins and they know it. Elvis, okay? If you got black blood running through your veins, we can't crash out, man. We cannot afford to crash out. It's like we're crashing out. We're crashing ourselves out. I'm gonna play a little bit more, and then I'm gonna get to my story.
And then this Driss guy, there's another Driss. Yeah. Snowfall. Yeah. I'm thinking this motherfucker's like, yo, cuz. And he's like, I took him. The fuck is it, Another, because I don't know what it is. Something about, this is just my theory, something about that black American accent. Hey, man, fuck me. But hello. Oh. And we'll let Idris play that, but then when he gets back to his normal self, we get to...
I'm getting this from Expect Foolishness. I got to get to my black story, y'all. I'm writing a black story. I write black stories about African descendants of African people, okay? One of these days is going to be an African story, so word up. Y'all hold tight. I'll be back in a little bit. Hit that like. Oh, let me shout out this podcast, Expect Foolishness Podcast. Expect Foolishness Podcast. If you want to watch the rest of it, they have 3.5 thousand subscribers. Shout out to them. All right, back to our regularly scheduled program. Let's get right into it. Let's just get right into it, y'all. All right, so where we at? Where is Bajillion? I see you. I saw you somewhere. Let me see. Let me turn this down a little bit, though. There we go. All right. Got my water in my cup. I had my coffee. We're gonna pick it back up where we left off on Friday, y'all. Chapter 4. Chapter 4. Back at home, Mrs. Wallace, Sonia, and Lily were all in the garage getting things prepared for Suge's big night. So far, people had shown up. Five people had shown up. Or let's say 5 people had shown up. So far, 5 people had shown up. People from the neighborhood who'd heard about the get-together and decided that free food was a lot better than having to cook for themselves. Colorful balloons and ribbons were strung up in various locations of the garage and along the front of the home. Staked in the front yard were the words, "Happy 80th birthday, Suge," in equally colorful bold letters. At a modest volume, old school R&B was heard, playing from the flashing Bluetooth speakers. From the colorful. I gotta use another word for colorful here. Let's see. What's the word? Equally colorful bold letters. What's the word I'm looking for here? Y'all help me out. Somebody help me out. Because I use colorful twice, and I use colorful because I want people to get a visual of. I gotta leave a comment here too, because no, not this artist. I gotta leave a comment, new comment here. The colorful speakers has an effect after they are all under the influence, right? Yeah, no. So those colorful speakers has and have. Okay. All right, so I'm looking for another word for colorful. I want, like, you know how like neon colors are really, they stand out. Let's see. Oh, I could probably use neon, equally neon, in neon. Luminous. So, colorful balloons and ribbons were strung up in various locations of the garage and along the front. Okay, as well as along the front, as well as the front of the home. Staked in the front yard were the words "Happy 80th Birthday, Suge," in equally, just let's say in bold, let's try colorful balloons. So damn, I'm getting my money's worth out of that word, colorful. Okay, lively. All right, lively balloons. Got lively balloons. Lively balloons. Animated by a oscillating where's that noise? Oh, somebody's doing something. Oscillating fan. Lively balloons animated by an oscillating fan. So you can, when you read lively balloons and then I explain to you why they're lively balloons animated by an oscillating fan and ribbons were strung up in various locations of the garage as well as the front of the home. So we got a little wind, maybe. Staked in the front yard were the words "Happy 80th Birthday, Suge" in bold. And it's the same bold letters. At a modest volume, old school R&B was heard playing from the colorful flashing Bluetooth speakers. From colorful, from colorful. It could be two speakers. We know it's speakers, more than one, but it could be two speakers, could be four speakers, could be 7 speakers. I'll leave that up to you, the reader, right? At a modest volume, old school R&B was heard playing from colorful flashing Bluetooth speakers. Though the speakers were capable of blaring bass throughout the neighborhood, Edna decided not to blast them out of worry that some of the neighbors would complain, despite the fact tunes like "This Is How We Do It" by Montel Jordan and "It Takes Two" by Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock were priming the scene for good vibes to come. The aroma of the food, on the other hand, was permeating from a mile away. Okay, was permeating a mile away. Was permeating not from a mile. If I say from a mile away, I guess I could, but was permeating a mile away. There was no way to turn down was permeating for miles. Okay, I'll leave it because we got way right in this on the same line. There was no way to turn down the smell, but if there were, Edna would have eagerly turned up the volume and perhaps used an industrial sized fan. Now, when I mention fan again, I think maybe what the story is trying to do here is send the reader's mind back to those balloons again. And in turn, I compared the balloons to, lively balloons animated by an oscillating fan, and ribbons were strung up in various locations around the garage, locations of the garage as well as the front of the home. Staked in the front yard were the words "Happy 80th Birthday, Suge" in bold letters. At a modest volume, old school R&B was heard playing from colorful flashing Bluetooth speakers. Okay, so lively balloons. What's another word for lively now? All right, we won't do that. We don't want to force that. But raw bass, there was no way to turn down the smell, but if there were, Edna would have eagerly turned up the volume and perhaps used an industrial-sized fan to blow the smell in the directions of all of those who thought they were too good to be a part of the afternoon festivities. It was Suge's birthday. And for those who knew the man and had any good sense, knew that being there that night would have been the perfect way to pay homage to the gardening legend. The party had been the Wallace's way of paying tribute. It was the least they could do. There were so many people who knew the hero behind the humble face. The beekeeper. The beekeeper, the gardener, the soil scientist, the healer, I may add some more things to that. But right here, we're starting to relate Suge to the title of the book, Bajillion. Okay? And we just crossed over 26,000 words, y'all. Congratulations, right? Let me show you down here at the bottom if you can't see. Right here, word count 26,000. But we're not focusing on 26,003 three words. We're not focusing on that. And we're at the 100-page mark right now. We're not focusing on that right now. But we're putting together a good story, y'all. If you don't know, if you're just seeing this for the very first time, this story is I started writing this story around, I went to California on my sister's birthday. Shout out to my baby sis, May 29th. And I didn't realize until years later, because when you're young, you don't realize things. Years later, I realized I left on her birthday. I think she turned, it was 99. I think she turned, let me see, she was 99, so she was born in like 86, I think. Yeah, 86. So 96, she would have been 10. She turned 13 years old. Oh. Man, she just turned 13 years old, teenager, and I left to go to California. Dipped out after not seeing her for 3 years. I joined the military. After not seeing her for almost 4 years, joined the military. I went to Job Corps, and we had a close relationship. I came home for a month, and then I dipped out on her birthday. So, and I didn't realize until years later. I was like, man, that was kind of messed up, But that's okay. Anyway, so this story was started. I went to California for like a month or 3 months. So let me see. May 29th is when I went. January, February, March, April, May, June. Around the end of June, beginning of July time frame, 1999 is when this story was started. So y'all do the math on that. That's coming up around June, July time frame. The story will be, let me see, 26 years old. The story is coming up on 26 years old. And this is the second attempt at writing a book. The first, this is my second book. I don't say attempt. This is the second book I ever wrote, but it wasn't complete. I was 22, I think. Anyways, Phoenix, Arizona. Very hot. First time in Phoenix. That part. All right. There were so many people who knew the hero behind the humble face. I'll figure this part out later. The beekeeper, the gardener, the soil scientist, the healer. As a beekeeper, I'm gonna put. That's my stomach. Turning 80 years old was a very important milestone for Mr. John White, aka Suge, the people of Green Pond. Yeah, it's gonna stay. I was gonna change the name from Green Pond to Kiowa, but on a fold-out table that stood against the garage wall were silver chafers with burners underneath, allowing steam to keep everything warm. The display of food looked nothing less than a feast fit for a king. There were dishes of all sorts neatly placed in platters. Next to the garage door on a separate fold-out table was a bowl of Edna's lemonade. Early in the day, and somehow while preparing a lovely spread, Edna and Sonia had done an immaculate cleaning on the garage. There wasn't a speck of dust or cobweb anywhere to be found. Hidden underneath the covers of the silver chafers, out of sight, certainly not for early consumption, according to Edna, were dishes of creamy macaroni casserole, barbecue ribs, fried chicken, collard greens, oxtail, dirty rice, yellow rice, corn on the cob, smothered turkey wings, and cornbread. With as many as 50 people expected to show, some bringing more food, there would be several plates to take back home. Okay, so let me see. I got it. Alright, so out of sight, hidden underneath the covers of the silver chafers, out of sight. That wasn't spectacle. Okay, hidden underneath the covers of the silver chafers, out of sight, certainly not for early consumption. Alright, hidden underneath the covers of the silver chafers. Okay, so on the hot table, On the hot table, hidden underneath the covers of the silver chafers, out of sight, certainly not for early consumption according to Edna, were dishes of creamy macaroni casserole, barbecue ribs, fried chicken, collard greens, oxtail, dirty rice, yellow rice, corn on the cob, smothered turkey wings, and cornbread. With as many as 50 people expected to show, some bringing more food, there would be several plates to take back home after the festivities. In platters. That didn't require heat. And on a separate table were potato salad, deviled eggs, apple pie, lemon meringue pie, what else can I put on there that's cold? Oh, crab salad. Crab salad. Come on now, y'all. Crab salad. What else can I put on there that's cold? What else can I put on there that's cold? Crab salad. Let's say Caesar salad, man. Caesar salad, alright. How do you spell Caesar? Do this. Siri, how do you spell Caesar salad? Oh, wow. Okay. I'm all mixed up. I had no idea. Caesar salad. That's not how you spell it. Caesar salad. Let me see if that's right, man. The old internet is misbehaving this week. Well, not this week. This morning. It'll be better tomorrow. Alright, we'll leave it there for now because, my $150 computer, never mind. In platters that didn't require heat and on a separate table was potato salad, deviled eggs, apple pie, lemon meringue pie, crab salad, Caesar salad, and of course, and Edna's did I already say something about lemonade? I think I did. Yeah, I did. There were dishes of all sorts neatly placed in platters. Next to the garage door on a separate fold-out table was a bowl of Edna's lemonade. And Suge's birthday cake covered. What's the second? Birthday cake covered. Alright, we'll just leave it right there for now. We can make this black. This takes some effort. This takes some brain power, man, I'm telling you. Though the sun was now setting on the horizon outside the garage, away from the music, the sound of ruffling oak leaves could be heard as the cool. Though the sun was now setting on the horizon outside the garage, away from the music, the sound of ruffling oak leaves could be heard as a cool October breeze was coming in. Sonia, bring back some cornmeal. I believe I see your brother and daddy walking up with the fish. Some ways down the freshly scraped dirt road. Some ways down the freshly scraped dirt road. I want to make that dirt road red. Some ways down the freshly scraped dirt road. I'm losing my coffee wearing off already. Edna saw her husband and son carrying some ways down the freshly scraped dirt road. Y'all bear with me now. A road that appeared darker in its hue, in its red hue, now that it had been turned. Edna saw her. Alright, so it's getting dark. I'm gonna have to do something about that. I said it was, okay. Some ways down the freshly scraped dirt road, despite the fading sun, a road. A road that appeared darker in its hue now that it had been that's scrapped, isn't it? That's scrapped, not scraped. Scraped. Come on now. My spelling getting better, y'all. My spelling getting better. My spelling is getting better. My spelling. Alright. I'm at 34 minutes. Some ways down the freshly scraped dirt road, a road that appeared darker in its hue now that it had been turned. Edna saw her husband and son carrying the fishing rods and buckets. Edna could make out her son. Edna made out her son. Edna made out her son. Edna made out. Edna made out. Appearing images of her son. So appearing. What's the word I'm looking for, man? Appearing. What's the word I'm looking for? Materializing. That's the word. That's the word. Materializing images. It may not be materializing. That's a lot of syllables. Appearing, arriving, emerging images. Emerging. Materializing. That's 6 syllables. Made out materializing images. Made out emerging images. Occurring. I may be bold and just leave it there, man, because I'm feeling myself lately, man. I'm serious. I'm feeling myself lately. Listen, y'all, if you're doing something and you know you're getting better at it, speak it. Speak. That's how you feed that. Now, don't if what you're speaking to is somebody on the couch not moving around, don't keep feeding it pizza. No. That thing that you're feeding, like this writing thing that I'm doing, this is someone who's of African descent, who's slim, who has running in his DNA or her DNA. Well, I'm a man, but anyway, it could be a girl, has the ability to run from village to village to village in their DNA. So what I'm doing right now by speaking these words is I'm motioning to that thing, saying, look, you're doing good. I gotta stop watching. Your time is getting better. You're breathing better. Look at your legs. You're losing weight. So speak truth to whatever that thing is that you know that you're meant to do. This is one of several things that I'm meant to do. And I'm doing it. By the grace of God, I'm doing it. I just want to speak that to you this morning, okay? Some ways down the freshly scraped dirt road, a road that appeared darker in its red hue now that it had been turned. Appeared darker in its hue. Some ways down the freshly scraped road, do I have to say dirt? A road that appeared dark in its hue, now that it had been. Let me see. Some ways down the freshly scraped dirt road, a road that appeared darker in its red hue. That's huge, bro. That's huge. Get your eyes checked. In its red hue. Now that it had been turned, Edna made out materializing images of her husband and son carrying the fishing rods and buckets. Watching her boy struggle with the heavy bucket, she shook her head with concern. You want to rest? again? Asked Henry, knowing good and well the boy wouldn't dare stop to take a breath this close to home. Go ahead, stop, a voice came from within. Nobody's looking. Just put it down for a few seconds. Alright, so y'all, that's 40 minutes. Y'all know I spent like 10 minutes, not 10 minutes, about 5 minutes at the beginning. So we're gonna, and I feel real good about this one too. I feel real good about how this chapter is starting off. How thank God. I thank God, and I gotta reiterate: if you, whatever that thing is, man, whatever that thing is, if you're good at changing oil in cars, do that, man. Do it to the best of your ability. If you're good at landscaping, you good at, if you're good at gardening, if you're good at if you think you're an actor, an actress, do that to the best of your ability and dig deep within yourself and pull that thing out. And I don't care if you're 30, 40, 50 years old, just now realizing, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. 60, 70 years old. Do it, because it energizes every cell in your body when you're doing that thing. That's all I gotta say. Y'all hit that like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Leave a comment. This is Anthony L. Kelly. And to all of my future, viewers, I thank you for being here. I really do. God bless. I'm out.